Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ciao. Vlogmas. I did not upload every day. Today is October 26th. Y'all know I really wanted to upload every day in October for Vlogmas, but I don't know. I don't really do much as of right now anymore. But I used to have a life. Can y'all believe I used to have a life? And I'm talking about before that last relationship that I put online. I ain't talking about a bad life. I'm talking about my life before I let that relationship ruin my mental health and everything else around me. Like, I don't know. It took a toll on me. I'm not gonna lie. I know y'all probably thinking like, girl, that relationship was like, how many years ago? I don't know. But I don't do well with like abandonment. I mean, it wasn't my idea to be done with the relationship, so y'all know. It could be a little difficult when your mental health, when you think one way and things just go a whole total different way. So I don't know, it took a toll on me, on top of me having to come back to nothing and like be a little homeless for a while. I mean, I got family who really looked out for me and I really appreciate them, you know. So I can't say I was homeless, but I was without a home, you know. Like, I was sleeping, well, I wasn't sleeping, I was living at my cousin's house for like a year, and then I was staying in my house for a year. So I wasn't homeless, but I wasn't comfortable, and I ain't really have much to come back to because I lost it all in Jersey. Like, I lost everything in Jersey. So yeah, it was real difficult. I'm not even going to downplay it. It was very difficult. So I think I want to do my makeup and do like a girls chat. So I'm gonna come back because I can't do it while you guys are watching. I don't know why. I'm not there yet in that space. So I'm gonna do my makeup, I'm gonna come back, and we're gonna chat it up. Okay? Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, I'm back finally. Makeup is done. It's many hours later. It's 9 o'clock. Child, I was really just sitting up here trying to figure out my life. Like, I want to be like one of those people who only post the highlights, right? Everything in my life is just always so good. I never have any problems. Like, but when you're actually going through some shit, it's so hard to highlight the positive. Like, am I the only one who feel that way? Like, I don't even, I was about to say, even when I do pray, I still find it in me to be human and complain about some shit. But that's a lie. Your girl have not been honest here. So I think the best way for me to grow is to just be honest, to be myself, to be true to who I am, and not try to perpetrate a fraud or try to be a copy of some sort. Like, I can only be me, right? And being me is hard the fuck enough, okay? I'm trying not to cuss, but this is who I am. Being me is hard enough. So why am I trying to sit up here and be this Instagram sensation, this YouTuber, when that's not my position right now? Like, I just feel like I have to crawl before I walk. What's that saying? You can't be a leader unless you're able to be led. You know, it goes something like that. Like, I have been in positions where I had to, where I had a leader, you know, whether that be at work, school. Like, I have fell in line, you know what I mean? Like, I have always been in the back of the line. I never really led a line besides like elementary school, but we ain't talk about that. I'm talking about me trying to be something that I'm not. So I know it's hard to be yourself. It's so easy to judge other people and to, you know, get in people's business and feel like you have the answers. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here because I want to build a community of my own. I want to build a community of my own. And I don't want this community to be a bunch of people who only follow me because I look good, who only follow me because I post certain content. I want to really connect with the camera. I want to really get out the things that I've been holding in for too long. And right now I just feel like I'm in a space where I have overcame a lot of things. But sit here and to give birth to dead situations would not really be effective for my mental health. But at the same time, it's some things that need to be said, because it's like it's eating me up in a way. Like, I thought I had forgave a lot of situations. I thought I had forgave many situations, and I also thought I forgave many people in my life who have hurt me. But when I sit back and I really reflect on the things that, you know, that bothers me, the things that allows me to become very emotional and to block you. My block party is exclusive. Like, no, my block party is inclusive. No one is exempt from the block party. Anyone can be invited to the block party. But that's not healthy. You know what I mean? Like, when people hurt me, I tend to like shut down. I tend to take it really hard. Like, you might not see it because you're blocked. You know, like, I don't do subliminal messages, or at least I try not to. I can't remember the last time I subtweeted somebody and didn't like tag them. Like, I'm just not the type. Like, I don't really like drama. I'm not really confrontational. Not really. Like, I can be, you know what I mean? Like, I can stand up for myself. I just don't like to, because I'm just always feeling guilty about some stuff. Like, I just always feel like, well, maybe it was me. Maybe if I would have did this for better, or maybe if I wouldn't have said that. But where am I getting to? What is the point, right? What is the point of this video? The point of this video is to not bore you guys. Like, I know in a few videos I said, oh, my life is pretty boring. These videos are boring. They're only boring because I'm really going through real life shit, and I'm sitting up here trying to connect with the camera by telling you the shit that I'm going through. And I'm only really going through this like mental roller coaster, as far as like second guessing myself, second guessing this channel, second guessing the content that I create. Like, eventually the content will be more creative, but I'm not in a creative space. Like, mentally I'm not connecting. Physically, I don't feel like I look good. I'm just all over the place. Like this video, like, I went from shaving my underarms, getting in the shower, to now sitting up here telling you that I can be nobody but myself. Like, make it make sense. Like, it just don't be adding up. Like, and then I'm sitting up here, I'm an avid YouTube watcher. So with me watching other people, when I get to trying to film and be creative for my channel, it's hard, because I'm sitting up here and I'm comparing myself to people who have been doing this for over 10 years. A lot of them, at least a lot of the ones that I watch. Like, my favorite YouTubers are family vloggers, and that's why I figured maybe vlogging would be for me, because I enjoy vlogs. But as you can see, it's me. I'm a one-woman show. I have no family to include. I have no friends to participate. Like, this is real life for me. Like, I don't keep a circle around me. And at first it was very hard. Now it's getting hard again, because you know, we're getting into the holiday season. Everybody wants to be loved, or everybody wants to be considered, everybody wants to be, you know, like, made aware of holiday parties, of celebrations, you know. Like, I'm not a part of it right now, and it's hard. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's so hard. But I brought that on myself. Like, mentally, I'm not in the space to keep people around me who are not going to be genuine, who are not going to consider me and my feelings. Like, I don't want people around me who drain me, who only wants to use me for their benefit. Like, I'm not here for it. So I'm in this situation because of myself, basically, is what I'm saying. So I don't want to get on here no more complaining and crying about woe is me, where is my friend, where's my circle. You don't have a circle because you choose not to have a circle. Okay, like, yeah, right now I feel like my only concern should be God. Like, when I say I have never, like, the last time I felt this miserable was when I was growing up as a child. Like, I never really grew up in church. I never grew up really religious. Like, the only time me and my family went to church was for like the Christmas handouts or like Palm Sunday. Other than that, my parent or no one in my life really encouraged me to have a relationship with God, or really talked about God if it wasn't in vain. They were sick, like, oh, God help me. It was never me crying about some shit, me complaining about some shit, because like, I'm known to be a complainer, you know. Like, I've been through some shit. So yeah, I'm known to be a complainer. I'm not even gonna lie. At first it was a hard pill to swallow, but I'm known to be a complainer. I never had the support of anyone encouraging me to, you know, give it to God, pray about it. And if they did, it wasn't like in a sense where, you know, they showed me the way. Like, and I'm talking about as a young child, young adult growing up. Like, when you need this guidance, you need certain information, you know what I mean? God came to me, ironically. Like, the way I view God, I'm not as hard to utter these words, but growing up, I did not like God. I disliked him because I felt like he's the reason why I was born with sickle cell. He's the reason why I was born into like a broken family, I guess. Like, I don't know, like, my family situation, this is not the video for that. My family situation growing up has never been one that brought me joy. You know, like, when you think about your family, you be like, oh, my family, I love my family. Growing up, that wasn't me. Like, family to me was the people who took care of me, the people who supported me through my illness. And that was people in the hospital, unfortunately, like strangers. I still, to this day, I think about this one mother who came to my room after hearing me hysterically cry. But this particular time, I bust out in tears. Like, I'm screaming. I'm sure I was cussing God. I'm sure I was, because that was the thing I did growing up. I really regret it. Thank God. I just feel like I'm lying, because like, I have not been the best disciple. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what they call it, like, in like the church or like in my religion. So maybe I should stick to the spirituality, because I don't know the religion talk. You know, like, my walk with God, unfortunately, is still in like the infant stages, when it should be developed way more than where it is. You know, my brain is just not here. I don't have all the facts. Like, this is just me trying to give you guys a video to help you understand more about me and what's to come on this channel. So bear with me, okay? Bear with me. So anyway, I remember this one stranger walking into my room asking me what was wrong, and she was a white lady. I remember her having on a black shirt for some reason, and her hair was blonde. Now that could just be a part of my memory, or that can just be something I made up. I'm not sure, but I know I seen the daughter, because the daughter was a patient. The daughter was in her own separate room, but her mom came out of her daughter's room to come visit me because she heard me hysterically crying and possibly cussing, you know what I mean? So she comes in, she knocks, she comes in, and she's asking me what's wrong, and I tell the lady what was wrong. Now I don't remember the conversation, but I just remember feeling so comforted, and I still feel this way talking about it. I remember feeling so much comfort, so much love coming from this complete stranger that it made me resent God and my family even more, because I'm like, I have, you know, growing up I had a lot of friends. You know, when you're young, you grew up in the time I grew up in. You go to school, you make friends, you know, you go outside, you roam the neighborhood. So I had friends growing up, and I just remember, and I still feel the resentment to this day. I remember feeling so loved by this woman and so grateful that she came in and shared stories with me. I can't remember the stories, but I had this lady number. I would call her. I don't even think I really connected with the daughter. I remember the daughter's name was Bree. And I don't know if these are just memories or these are just things that I'm making up in my head. I want to say the daughter's name was Bree, and I remember holding on to this woman's number for many years. I just recently forgot it because I smoke way too much, but this woman gave me her number, and I will call her. I don't know if I would talk to her or her daughter. I will call her, and I don't know if we ever really talked. I don't know, maybe we did talk once or twice, but it wasn't like a consistent thing. Like, eventually, you know, you got the vibe, or I felt like I got the vibe, and I just was like, you know, that's not the thing to do. But I was very appreciative in that moment and so resentful towards my family, because I'm like, I got friends who parents love them, look for them, consider them, check up on them, punish them, like, you know, like that structure. Like, I witnessed that from many different angles, and I wasn't getting the same tender love and care. Like, I don't know, I feel like you always want what you don't have. People always want the opposite of what they have. So as far as me and my family, of course my friends on the outside looking in, they felt like my life was perfect. My mom was easygoing, she didn't require much from me, you know. So, you know, they was like, I wish my parent was like that. And me, I'm like, I know, I wish my parent was like your parent. Like, the street light come on, you get your ass whooped because you ain't home. I want that. Like, I want my mom to be worried about me, you know. But no, I just felt like nobody cared enough about me to consider me, to look for me, to come check up on me, even in the worst of the worst times. So my relationship with God was very weak, because I'm just like, I got all this shit going on. I'm not even 18. I'm like 10, 11, 12. And like, I'm up here taking care of myself. Well, it's what it felt like. I'm up here taking care of myself, spending time in the hospital by myself with complete strangers, making my own doctor's appointments. Like, when I say my relationship with God was night and day. However I was feeling in that moment, it's how I treated God. Once I reached proper age, I kind of really started opening up more to God. Like, I didn't really know if there was a God. I would like talk to God, but I would always say, if there's a God, then you would send me a sign, you know, kid shit. Like, and I would always say that no sign that I can remember was ever sent. So, like, I don't know, like, my life got easier as I got older, so I felt like, you know, maybe there is a God. And then, you know, your perspective changed. So I was a young adult, so I didn't really hate God as much as I felt I did as a young child. I didn't hate him as much as a young adult, as an adolescent, you know, hitting puberty. Like, I kind of really started asking myself different questions, and, you know, I felt like it was, you know, responses from somewhere, you know, like it would just be like, is that a coincidence? That can't be a coincidence, because I just was talking to whoever this guy is about this, and now something like similar to it is occurring. So, like, my heart opened up, and at that time, so this is like, man, I don't even want to give out ages, because like, a bitch is 32, and like I said, a lot of this stuff is behind me. Like, so if it's not going to, I don't know, what was the word, if it's not going to be if it's not going to be rewarding talking about it, then I don't want to just bring it up for no reason, you know what I mean? Like, but I want to say I was 19 when God actually came looking for me. I remember I was like in the midst of being homeless. Like, I was, you know, 19, so, you know, at 19 you feel like you don't want to be home. Like, I wasn't living at home. Like, I had to move back home, but I wasn't really happy about it, because I left home at 17, and during that time of me leaving home, like, I got kicked out of high school. That was so devastating, because I never wanted to be like a high school dropout. The reason why I felt like I had to leave at 17 is because it was just like the water was just boiling over, and it wasn't going to be safe for me to be around boiling water, you know. Like, so I felt like I had no choice but to leave. You know, there was a situation that happened where I was basically forced, but that'll be another story for another day. I don't want to get into that. I left home at 17, and I remember telling my mom, I'm never coming back. You know, when you leave, you be like, I'm never coming back. I hate you. That was me. So dramatic. Told my mom I was never coming back. And the fact that I had to go back, and I was going back, not graduated, not in college. Only thing I kept my promise to was not being a single parent, not getting pregnant, because that's what the requirement was, and that was the big blow up. This my house, these my rules, and I wasn't with it. So, you know, 17, big mouth, emotional. You want, you know, some words come out that probably shouldn't come out towards your parent, but it happened. So I felt like I was forced out, and the fact that I had to go back at 19 because I was in the middle of like waiting for my first place, and I had to go back just so I wouldn't, like, I don't know, I guess end up dead or in jail, like, because I was really in the midst of homelessness, like smack dab in the middle, living in basically in an abandoned house, no hot water, no heat. Like, so I was basically forced to go back home. Now, could I have went somewhere else? No. I probably couldn't have, because I was already in such a bad situation, like, at 19. Like, that's why I don't understand why people are, especially people in my community, like in the African American community, it's a thing to kick your kids out at 18, and I just think that's so horrible. Like, I just think that's so horrible. So any chance I get to suggest somebody to stay home, I be like, girl, boy, stay home as long as you can. As long as your parents allow you to stay home, I would stay home. Like, I would save my money until like I have enough to move out a homeowner. And the fact that I had to go home, I felt the resentment, I felt the hatred, I felt the abandonment. Yeah, my mom opened her doors back to me, but even though she did, that energy in the air was there. It was like me being 13 all over again. All I did was stay in my room, never came out my room. And me, I've always been a picky eater, so I barely remember eating. I know I smoked a lot of weed, and I remember probably smoking my 3rd Dutch for the day, and I'm in my room just mad at life, mad at myself, mad at my family, just a mad ass black girl. Like, I was just mad. And I remember being on my bed and this, I don't know, this hysterical tear fest just came over me, and I'm just bawling my eyes out. I'm crying. I am talking to this spirit, asking God, if you're real, show me a sign, and you know, all that young shit. And I just remember hearing this voice come over me, and that's when I knew God was real. Like paranormal is more like ghosts, right? So I wouldn't say paranormal, but spirit, just the Holy Spirit. That's what it was. It was the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit came to me and just was, or it could have been my angel. I feel like it was God, but it was one of the three: the Holy Spirit, God himself, or my angel. Like, it was just one of the three. And I wish I could tell you the voice was my own, but it wasn't my voice. It was definitely the voice of God. Can't remember word from word, but I just remember after that encounter, I felt so much weight lifted off my shoulders. And I thought that would be like the beginning of a, you know, a new life. I thought that would be, you know, the start of me, you know, being the woman that, you know, God made me to be. But no, I'm human. I've been on again, off again with God. I've been hot, I've been cold. I've been such a bad example of a Christian, of a spiritual worshiper, leader. I hate to call myself a leader because I'm so weak in my faith that I'm ashamed. The point of this video is just to make you aware that yes, right now things are not the best, but I refuse to sit up here and pretend like my life is a bunch of highlighted reels when it's not. I want to show a side of me that I'm not comfortable showing to anyone in my life. I'm not vulnerable with anyone. I'm not honest with anyone. I feel like I've been living a lie, and I really have. Like, I've been living like my life is a highlight. Like, I'm always well. Yes, I'm physically well, but I'm far from being okay. I'm far from being okay. But it's just so hard to be so honest with other humans. Like, I just feel like this world is lacking so much empathy. I feel like people are lacking the proper amount of oxygen to the brain. I truly feel that way. People are just losing their minds. People are not in a position to be human with another human. It's like everybody wants to be a savage. Everybody wants to be a hot girl, a hot boy, and nobody wants to be, I don't know, nobody's willing to stand out and let their light shine in a way that God intended it. Everybody wants to be the same, and I don't want to fall in line. The day I was born to stand out. Like, I was born to stand out. My name is Japonica. Like, that's a conversation started within itself. I could go on. Like, that's just period. Japonica. I'm the flower that grew. I don't know. I hope you guys can appreciate my authenticity. I hope you guys can appreciate my honesty. I hope you guys can appreciate my lows, and I hope you guys stick around for my highs, because it's only up from here. I am at my lowest point. Like, I don't think I've been lower than this, but I don't want to get it lower than this. Like, I don't want to get lower than this. I've been lower than this, you know what I mean? Like, I want to sprout. I want to grow. Like, I'm tired of stunting my own growth. I'm tired of living a lie. I'm tired of living in the shadows. I just want my relationship with God to grow, and I want my light to shine. But I want it to be because of God. I don't want it to be because of me chasing clout or me trying to be a carbon copy. Like, I just want to be myself. I want to consider me like I expect other people to consider me. I want to love me like I block other people for not loving me. I want to be everything I need, like I put that weight on another person to be for me. But at the same time, I also want to be able to be honest with my emotions and mean what I say and say what I mean without feeling ashamed, without feeling embarrassed, without feeling guilty. I just want to authentically live my life without judging myself, because nobody judges you more than you judge yourself. Like, I could sit up here all day and make excuses, you know, but at the end of the day, it's just an excuse. So I'm not sure if this video makes any sense. I'm not sure if I really got my thoughts out properly, because I'm just so nervous. Honestly, being myself is not easy. I don't even know who I am anymore, and that's just being real. Like, who are you? Who are you, Japonica? So I have to really sit and spend time with God in order to know myself. I'm tired of taking L's, but nothing is going to change unless I change it for myself. I be trying to watch the things that I speak into my life, because I might feel like I'm in an infant stage with God, but in reality, the clock don't stop. So I need to move like I do. So yeah, that's where I'm at in my walk with God and my walk with myself. I'm over myself, okay? But guess what? I'm about to whip this back in shape, okay? I'm cleaning up my life. It's hard because I have no guidance. I don't care how old you are. You need guidance. You need a mentor. You need your parents. And I don't have none of that. So I need to really tap in. And I'm ready. I hope you guys enjoyed this video though. I hope I'm able to edit this video and you guys can understand me just a little. Like, just a little bit. Like, I hope you guys can understand. Because I'm new to this. I'm not true to this. You know, so I hope you guys can appreciate my heart, because right now I feel like my heart is on my sleeve. So yeah, I guess that's the end of this video. So I'm gonna talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go. Happy Vlogmas. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.